for you. And by the way, you're 5'9" here. I don't know what is going on today. I guess the conditions are just right.
Yeah, that's why I said you're very strong on the local receiver. Anyway, I would appreciate it. I'll put your name up, or your call up in the logger window there, Mike. So thank you for that. I appreciate your helping. W5OG, W5OG. Good morning, John.
W5OG, K1DOD.
He must be in the kitchen. W5OG standing by for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net, top of the hour, about 15 minutes.
W5OG,
W86LJS, WW5ENZ.
Here, here's the house, in the truck.
Yeah. Also, Mike, I heard Cliff in there, W5PIX. Good morning, Cliff. W5PIX, that was you, wasn't it, Cliff? W5OG?
Affirmative, Dale, that was me. I'm hearing you locally. I did not hear John, but I hear you local there, over.
Yeah, I didn't hear John either, but I'm sure he's just in the other room. Anyway, good morning, Cliff. Where are you?
I'm just now leaving the house here at 4:30 there, over.
Oh, okay. We got short shift going on. I hear Mike in Oklahoma City, and then I hear you there. So mighty fine. Good morning to you, Cliff, and we'll be getting started here in about 14 minutes or so. W5OG.
Roger that. I'll be running up 281 here in the hill country, so I'll be listening for you on W5PIX, so I'm getting on SCO2.
W5OG, W7AJN. Good morning, Dale.
Good morning, John. 5'9", W7AJN, W5OG.
Real good. Thank you, Dale. You're 10 over, at least 10 over. W7AJN, standing by for the Air Force Flyers Club Net.
WA6LJS, W5OG. Are you back, John?
Yeah, W5OG, WA6LJS. Yeah, I'm just back in here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wonder if Don shows up, if you would mind simulcasting him in. Bob is not going to be here today. I think he's en route to, well, be leaving shortly to go to Salt Lake.
Okay, no problem. Be glad to do that. And also, I'm a short timer, so I saw you. Did you bring up the net logger?
Yeah, I started it. It was about 30 minutes after. Well, actually a little bit before that, but I noticed that the net logger had not been started, so I went ahead and started it. But Mike is doing it now. So you need to be a short timer, John?
Yeah, I've got some problems with the XYL, so I've got to get out of here right after my first transmission there. Over.
Okay, well, if you need me, I'll be glad to bring Don in if I need to. That's no problem.
Yeah, well, I'll be here. I can bring him in, and then if he does a 73 is when I might need somebody.
Yep, that'll be fine.
Roger. WA6LJS standing by for the Flyers Net, top of the hour.
W5OG standing by also. Whiskey Lima 5 November. Gary, are you hearing me this morning? W5OG? I guess not. WW5ENZ, WA6LJS.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Yeah, good morning. We've got a brand new member, K4IVE Kevin, and I put him in on the net logger line 20 with his number, so you net controllers can save him. But then after I leave him in there a little bit, I'll take him out. Or you could take him out because I'm a short timer. But he didn't check in yet. He might check in, but I just put him in there so everybody can get his newest number. Over.
All right. Yeah. WA6LJS, WW5ENZ. Yeah, that's great that you do that, John. Sometimes I get it in there, but then I notice sometimes, I don't know, I got to keep reminding Lee to save a lot because sometimes he saves old stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's great. And we got a number now, and it's all good.
Roger. You're coming in real nice, about 10 over 9. I'll be standing by, WA6LJS.
Frequencies in use, there's a net in progress taking early check-ins. WW5ENZ. WL5N. This is WW5ENZ. Do you copy me, Gary?
I do not hear him locally down here in San Antonio.
This is Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf. The Air Force's Flyers Club will begin at the top of the hour in about 7 minutes.
Copy that, Dale. 7 minutes. KG5PT awaiting the start of the net.
Good morning, James. You're S9 plus 10 on my local receiver.
Yep, I just heard you. I heard Chief Mike, WW5ENZ, and I heard Uncle Cliff out there in the distance. Standing by, KG5PT on 300 watts.
W5OG, W5ABI. Good signal, Dale.
W5ABI. Good morning, Joe. Yeah, you have a good signal also. Thank you. W5OG.
W5ABI standing by for net.
W5OG, WA6LJS.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, did you hear my comment about line 20, the newest member? He didn't check in yet. I don't know if he'll check in today, but I put him in there so net loggers can do a save on that, get his number over.
Yes, I heard you, and I did. I did take care of that little trick there. I hope, at least. I did right-click and save it there. So thank you, John. Good idea. Thank you. W5OG, stand by for the net.
WA6LJS, KG5PT.
I wasn't here yesterday, but I don't know if he was in yesterday, but he was in the day before, and we had some difficulty getting his numbers straightened there. There were some emails and stuff that got corroded, but we got everything now, so very good. I'll be standing by. WA6LJS.
Info, John.
Yeah, good morning. Who was that?
John, this is James. Info. Kevin wanted me to pass on his thanks to getting him straightened out.
Oh, good. Yeah, great. Yeah, he's a great guy. I talked to him a little bit, and we got him all straightened, and everything is hunky-dory.
Yeah, I'll be seeing him Saturday. I'll be seeing him day after tomorrow. So, yeah, appreciate that. KG5PT.
Roger, roger. WA6LJS, standing by. I heard LKY, was it? Yeah, KE7LKY. Is it Ken? Okay, yeah, you're about an S7 in San Diego, Ken. Yeah, well, it's working. You're getting out, at least to the West Coast. I don't know if Dale heard you or not.
Where is he, John?
I don't know. Did anybody put him in the net logger? Ken, where are you located? Oh, Green Valley, Arizona, Dale.
Yeah, I barely can hear him. It's kind of strange, but anyway, I'm glad you could hear him, John. What's his call? I'll get him on the net logger there.
KE7LKY, Kilo Echo 7 Lima, Kilo Yankee.
Okay, thank you. KE7LKY, Ken, can you hear me? W5OG? Okay, I got you now. Thank you. Yeah, good morning to you.
W5OG, WW5ENZ.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, there's Gary in Fairbanks. I don't know if maybe you could try him. my beam's pointed down towards you, so I may not be able to reach him. But he's WL5N. He wanted to join in, but he's not sure anybody can hear him. So if anybody can call Whiskey Lima 5 Nancy, that'll be Gary, Fairbanks, Alaska.
Yeah. I gave him a call earlier, and there was no response. So, but I was going to give it a few minutes to let the band open up a bit more. It's fairly early there in Fairbanks. John, you might give him a call right quick. WA6LJS.
Yeah, what was his call?
Whiskey Lima 5 November.
Let me give it a try. Whiskey Lima 5 November. WL5N, are you there? WA6LJS. No, nothing heard here, Dale.
Okay, he says on the AIM window that band is pretty bad, so he may not be here able to hear anybody. We'll try him again later. Maybe band will improve. W5OG be starting up in about a minute.
Dale, you've got the best signal I've ever heard in the Central Texas KG5PT. I've never heard you this good.
It's just the conditions there, James.
Roger, Roger. KG5PT out.
Okay, it's that time of the morning. Let's go ahead and get started with the Air Force's Flyers Club Net this Thursday morning. This is Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf. My name is Dale. I will be your net controller this morning for the net, and this net meets on this frequency and at this time every day of the year. Members of our club are active duty, retired, and veterans of the military air forces from all branches. We do include air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, support personnel, pretty much anyone involved with supporting the aviation mission from all of our armed forces. We also very much like to welcome visitors. You don't have to have any aviation or military experience in order to take part in the net. The purpose of our group is to promote fellowship between those of us radio amateurs who devoted a portion of our lives supporting the missions of our air forces. Now, this is a control net, contact net control. We prefer you use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in. We do have a nice website. You can find out all about the group, airforcesflyersclub.org. airforcesflyersclub.org. We do use NetLogger, and I'm getting the list as we speak off of NetLogger. And you're welcome to check in there, or we will take over the air check-ins here just shortly. We will have a question of the day, which is what we usually do. We're also, we use the Echolink node. It's AFFC. Under the conference tab of Echolink, those of you that like to use Echolink, we do back up the HF with Echolink. Also, we use the software-defined radios that are on the internet to back up, fill in the blank spaces. Today, we don't really have any. Short skip is in big time right now. Of course, that's very fickle. It's likely to leave us at any one time. Anyway, so far on the list this morning, I do have the following stations off of NetLogger. I've got WA6LJS. John is a short timer this morning. And we'll get to John right quick. I don't see Don in there, K0ZNC, but maybe he'll show up. And I've got Mike, WW5ENZ, and he is doing the net logging, although he took his call sign out of the logger window. So I guess I don't know who's doing it right now. Also, I've got Bill, W2WLD. Good morning, Bill. I've got the N5BE. Well, I guess it says the N5BE Dale. That's not. Anyway, Lee, we're glad to have you. I guess you had to go to the vet or something this morning, so I'm glad that you're here in time for the net to start. And N5BE is providing the question of the day. And he said he had one. I said, well, let's just go ahead and use it, and I will let him give the answer to the question. So stick around, Lee. Don't go away. I've got John, W7AJN. Next is Bob in X6RG. And then Uncle Cliff, W5PIX. And you might move him up. He is mobile, by the way. He just left the home station. And let's see, we've got Carl, KF7GJO. And Charlie, K4YDB. And I assume that he's got the question of the day live streaming. And K4YDB does a live stream of the net on YouTube. So if you want to watch the net in progress from the K4YDB's perspective, you can do that. Just go to YouTube, search for K4YDB, and click on live stream. If you find the circle of a nice C47 there, that's an easy way to do it. It'll take you right to the live stream. And thank you, Charlie, for doing that. And also Joe, W5ABI, always with a good signal. We've got Ray, WB2JJO. Good morning, Ray. And James, KG5PTE, my neighbor over in Belton, who is very strong with me here locally. So we do have short skip in the central part of the country. And then we've got, and not so close, but Whiskey Lima 5 November, Gary up in Fairbanks. I'm sure it's still dark and cold up there. Anyway, good morning to you, Gary, if you're hearing me on the SCR or something. I don't know. We weren't able to contact you earlier. And I've got Ken, KE7LKY. Now, I think that Ken used to be a member. I notice he's not on the current roster. So, John, am I correct? Is Ken a former member, or is he a current member there? Over.
I have to look him up. I'll do that. Comment.
Okay, what was the comment?
The comment is somebody deleted the net logger completely, and I recreated it and deleted it again. So we have no net logger. Dale, if yours is on, see if you can populate it.
Oh, well, I wondered what in the world was going on there. It seems strange. Let me see if I can put something in here.
Well, I've got a copy. I got it here. It isn't gone here, Mike.
Okay, well, save it. Make sure you save that the list. I might need it. I don't know what happened. WW5ENZ.
Huh. Well, we'll muddle through some way or another. I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to make. Well, so far it's working good for me. I don't have a problem, so I think I'm going to continue to use it there, Mike. Let's see, I think I got everybody off of the list. K7LKY was the last one. Also, a new member that John has put in, K4 India Victor Echo, K4IVE Kevin in Copper's Cove. I don't think he's on the net this morning, but we do welcome Kevin as a brand new member there, number 792. All right, that's the list as I have it so far. Let's go ahead and take over the air check-ins. Check-ins for the Air Force and Flyers Club net this Thursday morning. Members or guests, call now, W5OG.
Whiskey Bravo 5, Delta Romeo India. Good morning, Dale.
Good morning, Brian. Big signal. We got all the locals are coming in very good here this morning. Got you there, Brian, WB5DRI. Any others?
W4PUO. W9 Delta Lima.
Okay, stand by the Delta Lima and W4PUO, good signal there. It's always nice to hear you there, Lee. You're too close for normal everyday propagation, but we're sure getting it today. So W4PUO, we'll get you on the list there, Lee. Who was the other station, the Delta Lima?
Roger, W9 Delta Lima. Over.
It's Whiskey 9 Delta Lima, not real strong, but I got the antenna the other way. Give us your name and QTH, over.
Roger.
W9DL, your name and QTH.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to somebody else. The name here is Con Charlie Oscar November. For Conrad, I am in Muskego. I'm in Muskego, which is in Milwaukee area. Over.
In Milwaukee area. Okay, we got you. You're not real strong, but I'm able to hear you there off the back of the antenna. Whiskey 9 Delta Lima. It's Con. and that's short for, I guess, Conrad, and you're near Milwaukee. Mighty fine. We'll get you on the list this morning. Are you going to stick around for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net this morning there, Con? Over?
I will. The YL says, if you don't eat your breakfast now, I'm going to give it to you cold. So I will stand by. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, don't let her do that, or if you don't get in and eat that breakfast, she might give it to the dog. Anyway. All right. Well, we'll put you on the list, and if you're there, we'll come back to you there when we get you going on the net there this morning. Thanks for joining us. John, W5OG, put a call out from the West Coast, if you would, before you leave. W5OG.
Wilco, this is W6LJS relaying for net control for the Thursday morning Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. There's something way in the noise, but I can't make it out. And also, I'm seeing there's something wrong with NetLogger. Some of those calls are not coming in. Anyway, back to you, Dale.
Yeah, I see. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It's working for me right now. I put in Brian and Lee. I hope it shows up for everybody. All right, we'll muddle through some way. Let me try Bill, W2WLD. Put a call out from the East Coast, if you would, Bill. W5OG.
Yeah, welcome, Dale. This is Whiskey 2 Whiskey Lima Delta, upstate New York. Relaying for net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. We're taking check-ins, members or guests. Call now. No, nothing heard, Dale.
All right, thank you, Bill. All right, let me get the question of the day, courtesy of, as I mentioned before, November 5 Bravo Echo, and I think it's on the, let me see if, K4YDB, Charlie, do you have the live stream up this morning, over?
W5OG, K4YDB, I sure do, Dale.
All right, thank you. I do appreciate that. All right, the question of the day. This RAF fighter predated the Spitfire and Hurricane, but still saw active service in Norway, France, Greece, Malta, and the Western Desert. This fighter scored over 300 kills and made several aces worldwide. Name that fighter that predated the Spitfire and Hurricane. Is it A, the Bristol Bulldog? A, the Bristol Bulldog. Or B, the Bolton Paul Defiant? The Bolton Paul Defiant. Or Charlie, the Coventry Climax Rapier? The Coventry Climax Rapier. Or is it Delta, the Gloucester Gladiator? D, Delta is the Gloucester Gladiator, not the radiator, but the Gladiator. Okay, let me go through those one more time. A is the Bristol Bulldog. B is the Bolton Paul Defiant. C is the Coventry Climax Rapier. D is the Gloucester Gladiator. And a bonus question, and they are matched, which is the way Lee likes to do it, which is pretty good. You only have to get one question right in order to get two questions credit. Can you name some unique design features the above aircraft had? In other words, the fighter that we're looking for has some unique features, and what were those features? Was it A, the first enclosed canopy British fighter? The first British fighter that had an enclosed canopy, that would be Alpha. Bravo is it had 3 different machine guns installed during its short life. Bravo again is it had 3 machine guns installed during its short life. Charlie is it had forward firing machine guns embedded in mid fuselage. Forward firing machine guns embedded in mid fuselage. And answer Delta is all of the above. all the above. So there perhaps is a clue there for you, and to if that helps you somewhat with this question. And do thanks again. I give full credit to Lee for the question. N5BE, thank you. And let's see. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I don't have Don this morning, so let's get started with John. WA6LJS needs to be a short timer this morning. Go ahead, John. You're up, and thanks for the help this morning. W5OG.
Okay, thanks, Dale. W5OG, this is WA6LJS. Good morning to the net, where it's kind of a few wispy clouds, but there's a lot of blue sky and sun, so it's currently 66 degrees. So it's going to be a warm day again. It was a beautiful warm day out here yesterday, well up into the high 70s. And I don't know what's the matter with NetLogger. When Mike mentioned it went away, I noticed I thought I still had mine, and but then it appeared to be stuck, and I wasn't doing anything. I was just monitoring it, and it didn't populate any of the new ones that you put in there, Dale. So something's gone wrong. I don't know if it's on my end or everywhere. Anyway, let's see. I'm a short timer today. I'm having some difficulty with the XYL. She's not doing well, and we're going to see if we can help her there. I don't know if we have to go to the doctor today or not. Anyway, I was at the doctor all day yesterday. Well, not all day, but most of the day. Had to have they found a little spot on my ear that the dermatologist wanted to remove. So we had that taken care of. And hopefully that's nothing to worry about. Other than that, let's see, answer to the question, very interesting question. I'm thinking that it was the Gladiator Delta, because it did service over in Norway and a few other places, and so put me down for D, and I have no idea about those features, but the fact that you said it was matched pair, so that makes it DD, so I guess all of the above. So put me down for double D, and we'll see how that goes. And 73, I might be monitoring on the iPhone, but I don't even think I'll be able to get it. Well, I might get into the NetLogger if I get things squared away here. So anyway, thanks for running things, Dale. Good. Everybody so far got a good signal out here. WA6LJS, back to net.
Comment.
Okay, John, who's the comment?
This is WW5END. Dale, if you could really quick just call out the call signs, I'll repopulate it and see if we can't get it running.
Okay, I noticed that in the AIM window here, I see that the net was closed at 16:01, and then of course everybody stopped logging. So yeah, here's one of the lists as I have it again there, Mike. First was WA6LJS. You can check him out. Then you, WW5ENZ. Then Bill, W2WLD. Then Lee, N5 Bravo Echo. John, W7AJN. And Bob, NX6RG. And Cliff, W5PIX. And next is Carl, KF7GJO, and Charlie, K4YDB, and Joe, W5ABI, Ray, WB2JJO, then James, KG5PTE. Next is Whiskey Lima 5 November, Gary. WL5N, then KE7LKY, then Brian, WB5DRI, and then Lee, W4PUO. Next would be Conrad, W9 Delta Lima, and that's the list as I have it there, Mike. Did you get that okay?
Give me the one after W4PUO, and I think I got it.
Yeah, it's Whiskey 9 Delta Lima, the visitor from Muskego, Wisconsin. He may not be there. I'm not sure. He had to go eat breakfast here sometime. But put him on the list anyway. W9DL, Delta Lima. Okay?
One quick question. How many do you have on the list?
That would be number 18. Number 18.
Okay, I think we got everybody, but it might not all be in your order, but I'll move it around. When you call somebody, I'll put them in order. Wow, this is crazy. We got deleted.
Yeah, I should have written those down as I gave them, but tell you what, I'll go ahead and start down the list. Now, you're next up. Would you like me to pass you up while you work on this to get the net logger back, Mike? We'll just go ahead down the list there.
Yeah, I was trying to get everything back, but yeah, if you could, I'll just drag myself to the bottom by lead.
Okay, mighty fine. And Bill, W2WLD, you're up, Bill. Sorry for the confusion this morning. W5OG.
Yeah, my head's spinning. Good morning, Dale. Good morning, all. Propagation sounds pretty good today. We're going through what has happened many times here this winter, the infamous wintry mix, snow and sleet, and right now I think it's raining. It's about 36 degrees, so winter is not over yet, that's for sure. Now, I want to say hi to Lucky Ken. Yeah, you asked about, I think, Kilo Echo 7 LKY. At least I used to refer to him as Lucky Ken. Welcome back, Ken. Dale, you said the advantage to match pairs on these questions that Lee has is if you get one right, you get them both right. It also means that if you get one wrong, you get them both wrong. So I'm going to try not to get them both wrong, but I don't know. I've never heard of any of these aircraft, but something about the Delta on the bonus question makes me go with the Gloucester Gladiator. So Delta, another pair of double Ds, Dale. W5OG, W2WLD.
All right, Bill. Mighty fine. Thank you. Yeah, if you get one wrong, you get them both wrong. All right, let's move along to Lee. N5BE, you go ahead with your comments there, Lee, and then I'll get you to give the answer to the question after we go through the list. N5BE, good morning, Lee, W5OG.
W5OG N5B. Boy, the short skip is working. Dale, you're 5'9" with me, so good stuff. And I'm sorry I was late. I got here just before 10 o'clock. We're at the vet with the 103-pound puppy and yet another ear infection, so we're dealing with that. So I'm sorry I'm late. Yeah, I came on and net logger wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I hope it's not something I did, but I tried logging on and it wasn't on the list, so I don't know. Yeah, today's question, this is more of maybe an historical study, than expecting everyone to know the answer. But I was fascinated by this. I did not know this fighter had so many kills, and it closed out an era of aircraft as a new high-performance era came in. So it was kind of a tweener aircraft. And the Russians flew a similar airplane as did the Italians. So there's a clue there. Yeah, we'll get to it, Dale, and thanks for picking me up. And again, sorry I'm late. And I hope I didn't do anything to net logger. I don't know if I did, but when I went there, it wasn't there. So I have no idea. W5OG N5B.
Yeah, fine, Lee. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close my net logger and reopen it and just see what happens if Mike perhaps has it back in there. Let me see if it's showing up now. Number 3 on the list of the nets. So let's see if I've got it back. So I think we've recovered perhaps from this. And it looks good there, Mike, and I do appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. All right, let's move along. Let's go to John, W7AJN. Good morning, John, again, W5OG.
W5OG, WJN in the net. Good morning, Dale, and good morning to everybody out there. It's another beautiful, clear day here in Peoria, 66 degrees, going up to 81 today. Seems like both sides are doing okay, so we're thankful for that. And let's see, on the question, I'm going to go with Delta, GD for the Gladiator and all of the above. So must have been a great airplane for the First World War, but starting in the Second World War, it was kind of outshined, but that's okay. We still won the war. All right. Anyway, that's all I got, and I'm going to be one and done because the wife has a video appointment with the doctor coming up here in about 20 minutes or so. Actually about 16 minutes. So I'll be one and done, but I'll be checking, find out the answer. W5OG, W7AJN, everyone make it a wonderful day. You're in charge of it. Back to net control.
All right, John, mighty fine. Well, 7-3 to you. Have a great day, and I hope that medical video conference goes well there. All right, let's go move along to the Ops Officer, Carl. I don't know if you've been following all this confusion, Carl, with the net logger or not. I think we've got it straightened out now. KF7GJO, good morning, W5OG.
Good morning, everybody. KF7GJO here. And, I don't have that net logger and all that stuff on the internet. I never have been able to get it to configure right, so I just gave up on it. I used the list that's posted on Charlie's live stream, and that's pretty accurate. Gives me a good warning of when it's my turn in the barrel high. And I like his pictures that he scrolls through there. I'll tell you what, it's amazing how from the old days of handwriting your check-in log. Of course, I remember 10, 15 years ago when on the net we might have 7, 8. If you had a really busy net, you had 10. Now it seems like between 20 and 30 virtually every day, which is great. And a lot of fresh blood when I came in. It was mostly old-timers who unfortunately now are silent T's, but I had the honor of knowing them like that. So on to the question. I don't remember if you said if Lee wrote this question or not, but hey, if it's not an American airplane, I really don't know that much about it. But getting down to the bonus question, all of those things sound reasonable, which would make me want to go with all of the above.
Okay, Carl. Yeah, I remember those days when we used to write all the call signs down, and I can also remember when the net was much smaller. So I guess I'm getting to be an old timer here on the net, but I know that not nearly as long as you. I think you're the the longest active member. You know, we've got a lot of folks that have been members for a long, long time, but several of them now are no longer active on the net. So anyway, we're very glad to have you with us, Carl. Let's move along to Ray, WB2JJO. Go ahead, Ray, you're up, W5OG.
W5OG from WB2JJO. Well, I sure hope you hear me here, Dale, because I'm having a rough time out with the reception here, but I can't hear you on the electric radio for some reason. You're coming in really good here. You're about an F4, but I can still hear you a Q5 on the electric radio. And okay, on the question, I have no idea on this answer, so I'm going to ride Chief Bill's wing there, W2WLD. He sounds like he got a pretty good idea, so I'm going to ride his wing, and I'm going to say Delta for the answer is what I'm going to use for today. We have, let's see, 62 degrees right now, and it's partly cloudy, and they say it's going to rain here later on, so we'll see what happens. But other than that, we got a beautiful day here, and we will take it for sure. So with that there, Mr. Dale, we'll kick it back over to you. Thank you for doing the net. And I had to reset net logger here myself because we got all messed up. Back over to you, sir. W5OG from WB2JJO.
All righty, mighty fine, Ray. And got your answers, Delta there. So we'll take that and move along. Let's go to, let's see if Uncle, and I should have put Cliff up closer to the top, but we'll see if he's still monitoring here this morning. I think he's on his route this morning. W5PIX Mobile. Go ahead, Cliff, W5OG.
W5PIX Mobile. I'm just keeping an eye on the meters here. Gotta make sure I brought the thing anyway. I have no earthly idea. Of course, I know the British like their bulldogs, and I don't worry about moving me around. I just get an opportunity to listen to the others. Well, anyway, I think I'll have a Captain Bill also. If we're going to sink our ship, we'll all go down together. We'll have those off the Delta. Cloudy, 61 degrees coming into Blanco, Texas. So I'll hold it down. Back to you, Dale. This is W5PIX Mobile. Back to W5OG.
All right, Cliff, mighty fine. Yeah, I'll be hearing you locally there. That's this short skip is hanging in there with us. And let's go to Charlie, K4YDB. Thanks for the live stream there, Charlie. Always appreciated. And we missed it yesterday. W5OG.
W5OG, K4YDB. Well, morning, Dale. Morning to all the flyers out there. And the visitors, if we have any visitors here, welcome to the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. But Dale, your signal's holding up quite nicely. So is a lot of people. I'm hearing just about everybody quite nicely. I hope it holds up through the entire net. But Ken, K7LKY, I hadn't heard from you in a while, so I hope you're doing well. And by the way, Dale, his member number was 529. If you want it, I got it on an old log over here. But yesterday was a rough day for me. I had therapy, and then I had to go to Marietta and driving all that traffic, and I had to let my son drive me home, and he drives like a maniac. But anyway, he's in my car too, and it's what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, I got all that done. I woke up this morning. I had a massive headache, and I haven't had one of those in a while. And also, my shoulder was bothering me a little bit more than usual, so I have to talk to my therapist about that the next time I go in, so that way she don't strap any more heavier weights on to me. But anyway, that's all that's going on over here, Dale. As far as the question goes, put me down for. I'll go with the D's. The D's. I'll take the double D's. W5OG K4YDB. I'm back to net.
All right, Charlie, mighty fine. Double D. And I hope you get feeling better today. Maybe you can you sound chipper, so that's always good. And glad to have you with us this morning, Charlie. And yeah, I'll tell you this: good without net logger is you don't know how much you appreciate having it until it goes away. And we had to revert back to kind of a manual system. It was not pleasant, but it sure is handy to see it there, and also. Charlie, to have both the question of the day and the net logger list, which is really cool. All right, let's go to Joe, W5ABI. Good morning again, Joe. Big signal this morning, as always. W5OG.
Good morning, Dale. Good morning to all the Flyers, and thanks for running the net. Kind of a little bit of a hazy day here. It's about 56, only going up to 62, and we're supposed to get the winds back tomorrow. So I'm sorry, this afternoon. I don't know what I'm thinking about. So this hex beam's held up pretty good with it, so we're going to be okay. Anyhow, I'm going to go with double D's on the answer, and we'll be here at the bottom. W5OG, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, mighty fine. Got your answers, Delta. James with a big signal, KG5PTE. Good morning again, James. You're up, W5OG.
W5OG, KG5PT in the group. I'm glad y'all got net logger figured out, but that's net logger for you. You got to keep it simple. It's a program that's not very user friendly. If you got too many pans in a cookie jar working it, it will definitely go south on you. So, it's best to keep at least one data file. Everybody needs to have the same file and the same sheet of music in their computer, or put it on a server so that everybody can access the same file every time. That's why the other night when Brian asked me to open it up, I didn't really want to do it because it would have screwed it up because I didn't have the file that everybody else has. So that's rules to the wise on NetLogger. Anyway, a lot of good YouTube videos on that subject matter. If you guys will watch it, it teaches you a lot of good stuff on NetLogger etiquette and NetLogger use. Anyway, Delta is my answer. Everybody's got good short skip into Texas here this morning. Cooled down a little bit with this cool front coming through. But I've been watching the long-term of the forecast for March. It's looking like we're going to have an early start to spring with storms later in the month. So here we go. And we got a storm spotter class coming up Monday. We're going to attend to for our Aries training. So also want to welcome Kevin Ivey, K4IVE, to the Air Force Flyers Club. He was on the original NetLogger list at the bottom, but he's not listed there now as a new member. K4IVE from Copper's Cove. He's a friend of mine, and he's the vice president of the Copper's Cove Repeaters Association, and he is now an Air Force Flyer. He's a retired helicopter pilot out of Fort Hood, Fort Cavazos here. So I'd like to welcome Kevin to our club. So back to net, KG5PT, and I'll be here for the 73 round.
Okay, fellow rotorhead. Okay, mighty fine. Yeah, he's not on the list now, but he's not with us on the net, so that's appropriate. But yeah, we do welcome him to our group there. All right, let's move along, and thank you, James, for the information about NetLogger. Now, let me see if we can get Gary. Whiskey Lima 5 November. We're having some propagation problems up in Fairbanks, but let's see if we can bring you in there, Gary. WL5N, go ahead, W5OG.
WL5N, WW5ENZ, relay for net control. You're up.
I've got the antenna pretty much right toward him now. Whiskey Lima 5 November. Gary, are you there? W5OG. I guess he is just not hearing us. All right, well, let's move along. Let's go to Brian. I know I'll hear you. No, wait a minute. I don't want to forget Is it W7LKY? Isn't that KE7LKY? Am I missing something? And that's, it should be Ken, I think. I'm getting a bit confused. Is there a W7LKY there, W5OG? Lucky Ken. Kevin, are you there? KE7LKY? Go ahead, Ken. You're up. W5OG. Okay, Ken. Well, I apologize. I was a little bit slow on the uptake there this morning when you first called in, but I do remember you well, and welcome back to the net. You're not as strong as you used to be. That's one of the problems, at least from my end. You're not. You used to be quite strong, as I recall it. So I don't know if you've changed locations. I know you were in Green Valley before, just like you are now. So, but anyway, yeah, we've got you, and you're down at number 22 there on the list, Mike. That's KE7LKY. I don't know who this W7LKY is. I think that's a mistake, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll move along. Let's go to Brian, WB5DRI. I know, I hear you, Brian. You're up, W5OG.
Yeah, good morning, Dale. W5OG, WB5DRI. Yeah, you're 10 over 9 with me, Dale. Good signal here in San Antonio. Good morning to you, and love to you and Carolyn there, and good morning to all the flyers and to the net. Fairly nice day going on down here. It's a little bit overcast, but I think we're going to be up to about 68 for the high today, so we'll take it. And we're already up in the mid-60s right now. So anyway, hope everybody's having a good day. Good to be back on here again. I did have a doctor's appointment yesterday. That's kind of got in the way of me getting on yesterday, but good to be here. On the question, a great question there from Lee. I don't know that much about especially the aircraft that the British flew before the Spit and the Hurricane. So I really have no idea on the answer. I'll be interested to hear the answers from Lee on these questions this morning. But good questions. I guess I'll go with the group here, go with Delta. Just I won't fight the lemming line here and see what happens, Dale. But good to hear you this morning, and hope all is well up in Mineola there. Back to you, Dale, and I should be here to the bottom. W5OG, WB5DRI, back to net. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, Brian, mighty fine. Hope you and Susie are doing all okay there. And got your answer is double D. Lee, I hope we still have that short path there. W4PUO, good morning again, Lee. You're up, W5OG.
W5OG, W4PUO. Well, I'll tell you, Dale, it's really been super listening to you at a 5-8 all through the net here. Normally we have trouble copying a little bit, but not today. I don't know if it's the conditions or maybe you did something different, but I've enjoyed it. I don't have much to add today. I've been messing around with some personal items, trying to get my income tax lady to call me back and so forth. But it's kind of overcast in Belleville, but short sleeve weather, fortunately. I've got a little bit of plumbing to do today. I think I'll go with Delta based on just what I know, but mostly based on the lemming line, I think. So thanks for running the net today, Dale, and it's good to hear you. W5OG, W4PUO.
All right, Lee. It's always a pleasure to hear you because we are too close to under normal conditions to have any luck on 20 meters. We could do it on 40, but this net is on 20 meters. Oh, but it's nice today because I'm hearing everyone well. We've got 24 or so folks here, so that's great, man. Good, always good to hear your voice, Lee. All right, let's go to a visitor and see if he's still there, and that would be Conrad up in Wisconsin, Whiskey 9 Delta Lima. If you're there, Conrad, you're up for the net at W5OG.
Whiskey 9 Delta Lima, WW5ENZ, relay net control. You're up.
Yeah, I don't hear him. I think he got called away to go to breakfast and perhaps didn't come back. Anyway, let's go out to Professor Bob there, NX6RG. Good morning, Bob. You're up, W5OG.
W5OG, this is NX6RG. Well, good morning, Dale. Good morning to all the flyers. Sunny day here in Northern California. A few clouds up there. But looks like it'll be a good solar day anyway. Interesting question, and I'll tell you, I looked down those answers, and I don't have a clue. So I guess I'm just going to be a lemming today. So put me down for Delta Delta. I missed the net yesterday. I had a summons for jury duty, and I was actually relieved that I was not chosen to be a juror because the case is going to last the entire month of March. So anyway, I've already served on 4 juries, so I feel like I've done my civic duty anyway. But we missed the net yesterday. Last Saturday, I was down at the Veterans Hall when Brian was doing the net, and I heard, and I was trying to demonstrate the SDRs to a couple other people, and Brian made a comment about a book, something about Mach 3, but anyway, if Brian could give me the name of a book that he mentioned last week on the net, it was something about Mach 3, and I didn't have the name of it. I couldn't write it down at the time, but I'm always looking for good books to read. So anyway, with that, back to you, Dale, and I'm going to be one and done today. I've got to go take Schroeder out here for his walk shortly. W5OG, NX6RG.
Comment.
Okay, Bob. Yeah, I think that was above Mach 3, something like that. Go ahead, Lee. I think you had a comment there, over.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing, Dale. Go ahead.
Okay, it is above Mach 3. And just to confirm that, WB5DRI, Brian, is that right? Over?
No, it's Beyond Mach 3 by Scott Brown. It's published by Scott Brown. It's a memoir by Colonel Buddy Brown, as published by Scott Brown. It's Beyond Mach 3, a pilot's journey through the U-2 and SR-71, 1950 to 1970, a memoir. QSL WB5DRI.
Did you get all that, Bob?
Yeah, I sure did. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, we got the expertise here. So I knew that above Mach 3 wasn't right, but it's beyond Mach 3. Anyway, thank you, Brian, for that, and also Lee. All right, 7:30 to you, Bob. Have a great day, and hopefully we'll see you on the net tomorrow. All right, let's see. Mike is showing up next. Yeah, let me go. You haven't answered yet. That's right. The WW5ENZ, thanks for the helping with NetLogger, and sorry for all that confusion. I don't think it was anything I did, but I did start the net up and on NetLogger because nobody was there to do it. And, well, anyway, I thought we recovered well. We recovered nicely there, and it's always good to have a paper backup, I guess. And or like James said, you can save it to a file and then bring it back right quick. Over to you there, Mike. WW5ENZ, W5OG.
Okay, W5OG, WW5ENZ. Yeah, no problem, Dale. Yeah, it was kind of a roller coaster there. All of a sudden, I saw that you left, the monitor window go completely blank. So I knew somebody closed the net. And so, yeah, it was interesting. It was by accident, probably, of course. But, what I try and do is I go up to that thing that says file in the upper left corner, and you come down a little bit and you can save the current, the current logins. In case that ever happens, you can just bring it back up and boom, you're back. But I think what we did was probably the next best thing is just you run down everybody real fast. I just spam them in there, and then we rebuilt it. So craziness there, but I think we're going good. Knock on this wooden desk here. Let's see. Other than that, it's quite nice here in Oklahoma City. The thing says 72 behind me. I don't believe that, but it's probably at least in the high 60s. So not so bad. I'm going to go with double B, I guess, because everybody else is. And there's a lot of stuff up there to look up. So we'll see. Tomorrow we have a question from W4PUO. That's a really neat one. And the only thing I want to make sure is NX6RG. He's going to know the answers to that for sure. So I'll talk to Bob later. But anyway, we'll see y'all tomorrow. But I'm going to be here to the bottom, Dale. W5OG, WW5ENZ.
All right, Mike. Well, we're a little cooler than that. We're only going to be in the low 60s this morning, or today. So I think because, we're going to have overcast. And that might have one thing to do with it. It's not all the time do we get cooler temperatures than you are up there in Oklahoma City. But anyway, mighty fine. And I think we're comfortable enough using NetLogger that we can recover from almost anything. But that comes close. So thank you, Mike, for helping with NetLogger for sure. All right, let's go to a visitor, K7 Tango Delta Romeo, Trevor. I think he's been in here with us before. Trevor, what do you have for the net this morning? A W5OG. K7 TDR, are you there? I'm not hearing him. Let's move along. Let's go to another visitor in Alabama. Kilo Whiskey 4 Hotel November. KW4HN William David. If you're there, you're up for the net. W5OG.
It looks like he's logged out of the window there.
Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can. Okay. Yeah, I can see what you're. All right. Well, we'll go move along then. We had him, but we lost him, I guess. I think Chris is receive only KS5KY, although it doesn't indicate that. Let me see. I think he said he was receive only. Yeah, he's receive only. Good morning to you, Chris. And then we got Lucky Ken. I already brought him in. He said Delta. Let's try Bob up in Longview, Washington, W7ASH. Bob, if you're hearing me, you're up, W5OG.
Come in.
Go ahead.
Yeah, on the AM window, he says he's having propagation problems, and he sent me the answers DD, so I plugged them in. So I don't think we'll be able to get a hold of Bob today. W7ASH, WW5ENZ. Turning it back to you, W5OG.
All right. Were you here? No, let's see. NX6RG is gone. Don't anybody hearing? I thought I was hearing him for a minute there. Anybody hearing Ken this morning? Or I'm sorry, anybody hearing Bob this morning at W7ASH? Over. Bob, I apologize. I'm not hearing you. I do have a high noise level, and apparently nobody is hearing you. So anyway, we got your answer as Double D. And I see next on the list is another Bob, K2SJP, having problems with the Smart Link, and he's receive only. So good morning to you, Bob. We'll catch you over on Echo Link after the net. Let's see. Next is Brandon in Wiley, Texas. My neighbor just to the west. KI5SXE. Brandon, good morning to you. You're up. W5OG.
Roger. Thanks for running the net today, Bill. I'm hearing everybody on a short skip pretty well. It's 62 degrees and rising up to high 60s today in Wiley. Going to be a beautiful sunny day, so I'm going to try to get some stuff done around the house. But other than that, we're just trying to maybe get an antenna up line while the trees are bare and a couple trees down before the growth happens. So I got a little work to do outside. But anyway, I hope everyone enjoys a beautiful day. And I'm going to go with the Delta, like everybody else, Delta as a winning. And thanks again for running the net. Back to you, Bill. KI5, SXE, and I'll be around to the bottom, but 73 is up.
Okay, Brandon, mighty fine. And glad that you could join us this morning. All right, let's move along. Let's see, we've got a couple of visitors here. Kilo Delta 5, Quebec, if you're there. That would be Lee in Riesel, Texas. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. In fact, I'll have to admit I don't know where that might be. KD5Q, you're up. W5OG.
KD5Q here in Central Texas, and it is pronounced Riesel. A lot of people say Riesel, but it's Riesel. Looking good here. Just wanted to check in.
KD5Q, WW5ENZ relaying. Yes, we got you on the list. Appreciate you stopping by. This is WW5ENZ, turning it back to W5OG.
Yeah, I wasn't copying him. Would you see if he has anything else for the net there, Mike?
Negative. He didn't have anything else. Just wanted to check in, but he's really close to you. I think that's probably why. Let me ask him. WD5Q, do you have anything for the net? WW5ENZ. No, I think he just checked in and out there, Dale. WW5ENZ.
All right. Thank you, Mike. And good morning to you, Lee, there from Riesel, Texas. All right, let's go to another visitor, Eric, the K4IDE. No, let's see. I think that's the one that was the K5IVE. I don't think there's a K. Is there a K4IDE there, W5OG? I think that was the Kilo 4 India Victor Echo from the bottom of the last list there, Mike, and he's a new member. That's why we put him in there. You should populate back if you put him in there now, since I think we saved him from before. All right, let's see. There's another visit here. AF0 Hotel. David in Pueblo, West Colorado. If you're there this morning, David, you're up for the net. W5OG.
And it's kind of freaking me out. My name is appeared there, and I haven't even checked in yet this morning. Just wanted to say good morning. Beautiful day here in Pueblo, West Colorado, 43 degrees and semi-sunny. So looks like we're up for having a good day. This morning, I just think it's interesting. Our friend Lee down there in Riesel, LJCF. Come on, he doesn't catch some flack for that. What a cool name. All right, that's all I AF08, about the net.
Yeah, David, I missed that. Now, what was it about KD5Q? You say that again, David, over?
I just think it's stupid cool. His name, LJ Gibbs. Anybody who's ever watched NCIS knows who LJ Gibbs is. I just never seen a real person with that name. I just thought it was kind of funny. And said, what a cool name. Back to you.
Okay, I see the connection now. I got you. Okay, mighty fine. I didn't see. It just shows up as Lee here. I didn't look at the check-in. Let's see. That would be KD5Q. Let me quickly look there. I don't see it. Anyway, mighty fine, and glad to have you join us this morning, David. All right, that's the bottom of the list. I'm going to go ahead and let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Did I miss anybody on the first go through the list there this morning? Did I miss anyone? Call now, W5OG.
Info.
Go ahead, info.
Well, Dale, I was going to tell you, this is James, KG5PT. Riesel, Texas is close to Waco.
Okay, well, thank you for that. I was not hearing him at all. All right, let me go to Lee, and we'll get the answer to the exciting question this morning. And Lee, I had to do some research on it. I finally did figure out what the answer was. But I have to admit, I would not have been able to get this one. I was not familiar. Very interesting aircraft, though, I'll have to say. And I'll turn it over to you. N5BE. Go ahead with the answer there, Lee. W5OG.
Yeah, W5OG, N5BE. Well, thank you for letting me provide the questions today. Yeah, I think I've run out of the more common aircraft for my questions, and I think I'm inflict everybody with the more obscure ones. But this one in particular, although probably not well known by us over here, really carried the torch for the RAF early in the war, and predating the Battle of Britain. So it was a pretty effective aircraft. So I fool nobody. And one of the things I thought about doing, and it looked like it worked, was on the bonus question, I put things on there that looked to be reasonable. And of course, they all were reasonable because they were all on that aircraft. So Delta was the answer. The Gloucester Gladiator. The Bristol Bulldog was a real aircraft, but it was out of service before the war started, another biplane. And let's see, the Bolton Paul Defiant, I think we talked about that one before. That was the weird one that had no forward-firing guns, that had a turret, behind the pilot with a gunner with 4 machine guns. So the deal was you attempted to be a target and play chicken with a fighter coming up your rear. Not a good idea. And then the Coventry Climax Rapier, I made that one up. I thought it sounded cool. But yeah, that airplane, it was the first canopy enclosed fighter for the RAF. So it was a biplane. It with an enclosed canopy. They hung machine guns everywhere. So this airplane had 3 different kinds of machine guns. It had a Vickers K. It had the old Lewis gun from World War II. Now both those guns have drum magazines. So when you shot out that drum, you were out of ammo. So they would hang those guns on the bottom of the top wing, or on the bottom of the bottom wing, externally. And then it had 2 machine guns buried in the fuselage that fired forward. I think those were Browning 303s, and they were synced with the propeller. But I don't think you want your hand hanging out of the canopy while you're shooting, because those guns are pretty darn close to you. But anyway, kind of a unique airplane. A lot of guys were aces in this airplane.
and that they did very well, ultra maneuverable, and had just enough performance to keep up with the monoplanes for a while. So that's today's question, Dale. Thanks for letting me provide it, and I'll say 73. W5OG N5BE.
All right, Lee. Thank you for that question. I called it the Gloucester Radiator, but it's Gloucester Gladiator. Mighty fun. And that Coventry Climax, that's a race car. So good distractor there, Lee. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, thank you for the question. Very good one, and I was not familiar with that airplane at all. Well, let's go through a quick 73 round here if we have time, and I think we will if we keep it moving. And thank you again, Lee, for the question. W2WLD, Bill, 73 round if you're there. W5OG.
Yeah, I'm still here, Dale. Great question, Lee, and as usual, a great net. Dale, everyone have a great day. W2WLD, back to net.
7-3, Bill. Yeah, sorry, you got one more snow. Well, I remember when we were up there, our daughter was born on the 3rd of March, and they had when we lived there at Stewart Air Force Base, and West Point was where she was born in the hospital there, and it snowed like 10 inches. And the pad, you couldn't even drive from Newburgh, New York, up to West Point. So I remember that well, and so that was even later than now. So you can get some snowstorms there, Bill. 7-3 to you. Let's go to let's see, John. I think he signed out. How about Carl? KF7GJO 7-3 round. Carl, W5OG.
British engine manufacturer. Originally, they used the Coventry Climax engine, the pump on fire trucks, and then the Climax engines were very popular in 50s and early 60s British race cars. So that's today's 25 cents worth of racing knowledge. Great net this morning. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed that explanation, Lee, on the British plane. W3, everybody, we'll try this again tomorrow. This is 5OG to 7BJO.
Well, I knew it had something to do with race cars. That was the extent of my knowledge there, Carl. But mighty fine, thank you for that. And yeah, I was interested that this airplane was it had two wings, biplane, and had a covered enclosed canopy. And I was wondering how in the world did they do that? But then I saw a picture of it, and it's pretty cool. You know, it's a neat looking airplane for sure. First enclosed cockpit. All right, let's go to Ray. WB2JJO. Ray, 7-3 round, W5OG.
W5OG from WB2JJO. Well, very good there, Dale. Excellent net as usual. And I'll tell you what, I heard a lot of the guys on the electric radio today. Front skip was in. My buddy Bill up there in New York was a clean coffee here, so we're doing good. So with that there, sir, thank you very much for doing that there, Dale. You always do a fine job. And we'll say 7-3 to one and all. W5OG, WB2JJO, 7-3, all.
Yeah, 7-3, Ray. Have a great day. See if Cliff is still there. W5PIX. Let me turn it. Hold on. All right, W5PIX. Cliff, you're up for the 73 round. W5OG.
Double checking the meters there. Yeah, we are broadcasting. We're coming into Marble Falls, Texas. So interesting. Well, we did get the rights. Both of them there. Anyway, 7-3s, everyone, to all the flyers. Have a very blessed day. Like I said, it's still a little bit on the cool side, 60 degrees coming into Marble Falls. So back to you, Dale, W5OG, W5PI, Cliff over on Echo Lake.
All right, 7-3, Cliff. Yeah, we'll see you over on Echo Lake. K4YDB, 7-3 round, Charlie, W5OG.
W5OG K4YDB. Well, thanks for running the net today, Dale. It was a pretty good net. The conditions have held up quite nicely. I'm copying still, just copying about everybody over here. So anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a great day, and we will be here tomorrow. K4YDB, back to net.
Okay, mighty fine, Charlie. Thank you again for doing that live stream. We definitely appreciate that. All right, W5ABI, 7-3 round, Joe, W5OG.
W5OG, W5ABI. Good net, Dale. Thanks for running it. 73 for you and all the flyers. W5OG, W5ABI.
7-3, Joe. James, KG5PTE, 7-3, James, W5OG.
W5OG, KG5PT, 7-3's Dale, good net. Everybody had a good signal in here, and we'll catch y'all on Echolink, and everybody have a great day.
All right, 7-3, James. Let me try and see if the propagation has improved up to Fairbanks there. Whiskey Lima 5 November. Gary, we're in the 73 round. If you're hearing me, you're up, W5OG. Nothing from Gary this morning. Anyway, Gary, if you're hearing me on the SCR perhaps, 7-3 to you. I hope you have a great day there in Fairbanks. Brian, WB5DRI, 7-3 round, W5OG.
W5OG, WB5DRI. Well, great net, Dale. Enjoyed it very much. And Bob was trying to, W7ASH, I guess, was trying to pass a message to us on the net logger aim window there. He said something about actor Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog were all found deceased in their home this morning. No further information. Sounds like carbon monoxide poisoning to me, but that's just my guess. I don't know. But he was a great actor, no question about that. Big loss, and for he and his family there. Anyway, back to you, Dale. Everybody have a great day. Enjoyed the net very much. Thanks for getting us all in there. Love to you and Carolyn. W5OG, WB5DRI. Back to net. Good day, everybody.
Okay, Brian. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I hadn't scrolled down far enough to see Bob's comments there on the aim window, and very interesting about Gene Hackman. Anyway, let's move along. We'll get through the list here if we keep it going. Let's see, next would be Lee, W4PUO, 7-3 round, Lee, W5OG.
It's been a lot of fun today, Dale. Thanks for running the net, and it was very good conditions. Nice to hear you. W4PUO, 73 to all the flyers.
Yeah, I think we're losing our short skip here down now. You were nice and strong before, Lee, so mighty fine. Good to hear you. All right, let's see if I know W9DL is not there, so we'll move along. Bob is signed out. Mike, WW5ENZ, 7-3 round, Mike, W5OG.
Okay, W5OG, WW5ENZ. Yeah, I've got a lot of fun today. Doing a lot of things. It's funny. Anyway, everybody have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. 73 is all. WW5ENZ. Back to you, W5OG.
All right. Again, thanks for the help with the net logger there. And we did get it sorted out there. I don't know what happened, but I think we're flexible. We can tolerate almost anything there. Mighty fine, Mike. Let's see. I got the two folks that have signed out. KS5KY have received only. Chris, have a great day. We're always glad when you can listen in. And we'll see you perhaps on Saturday, your day off. Let's see about Ken, Lucky Ken again. Welcome back, Ken. We're glad to have you. K7LKY, 7-3 round, Ken, W5OG. All right, Ken. Well, it is good to have you back for sure. All right, let me try Bob, W7ASH. Let me turn the antenna up there a little bit more toward Washington State. W7ASH, Bob, 7-3 round, and any other comments? W5OG. Yeah, I did hear you. I just wanted to make sure you turned it back. I did hear you there, Bob. Mighty fine. And I've got this loud line noise here that just bugs me. And I tell you what, it's almost intolerable when it's on there. But I did hear you. So anyway, 7-3 to you, Bob. And let's see, K2SJP receive only 7-3. We'll see you over on Echolink perhaps there, Bob. How about Brandon? I think he signed out, but let me try. KI5SXE, if you're still there, Brandon, 7-3 round, W5OG. I don't hear him in there. All right, let's see. How about KD5Q? That would be Jethro Gibbs. KD5Q, if you're there, 73 round, W5OG.
Have a great day. Thanks for running the night again, Dale. And let's see you guys on tomorrow. KI5, let's see you back to the W5OG, 73 round.
Well, about the time I got the SDR turned up, you signed off there. So anyway, we're very happy to have you join us this morning, and I hope you come back and join us on the net whenever you can there. Let's try David in Pueblo West. I think he was in and out, but let me see. AM0H, if you're there, David, you're up, W5OG.
Always enjoy listening in on this net, even though I'm not an expert flyer. Anyway, I'm listening to everybody and hearing the information on those race cars. Anyway, thanks for letting me join in and listen in. Thanks for the honor.
All right, fine, David. You have a good signal. You're about an S7 with me, comfortably above my noise level, which is sure nice. 7-3, have a great day, and come back and join us again whenever you can. Let's see, I know that K4IDE is I think that's still an error. Is there a K4IDE there? Eric, if you're there, go ahead for the 73 round, W5OG. No, I think that's what's remainder of K4. No, it was K5IVE, India Victor Echo. Anyway, let's go to Bob, W4VFW. And we haven't heard from you yet, I don't think, this morning there, Bob. But if you're there, we're in our 73 round. You're up, W5OG. W4VFW, are you there?
I think he also just checked out, Dale, WW5ENT.
All right, thank you, Mike. Well, that's the bottom of the list. Let me just see if I missed anyone or if there's any last-minute comments before we close the net. Call now, W5OG. Well, hearing none, I'm going to go ahead and close the net at this time. This has been the Thursday edition of the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. I want to thank all the folks that checked in and participated in the net. Thanks for all the help. We did have a little bit of a struggle with net logger there for a while, but we got that worked out. And I do appreciate all the help. And W5OG now closing the net and returning the frequency to normal amateur use. We'll see you over on Echolink. Those that would like to join us there on AFFC node of Echolink, we'll be there for the 73 round. W5OG now clear.
Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use?